I know this won't be everyone's cup of tea, but let's make some chicken hearts and gizzards. If you're wondering what a gizzard is, it is a muscular organ that some animals have, including some birds like chickens. Organ meats are so good for you, especially if you're low on iron or zinc, but if you're new to them, I highly recommend you start with just the chicken hearts because the texture of them is a lot more palatable than the gizzard. I feel like this is one of those foods that if you didn't grow up eating it during your childhood, it makes it a lot more difficult to enjoy as an adult, but hopefully this really simple recipe can be a good introduction for you. So I start by cleaning the hearts and the gizzards really well with some salt, some lemon juice, and some vinegar, and just letting it soak with some cold water for about 15 to 20 minutes. In the meantime, I prep some diced onions, which is the only other thing left to prep, and if you waste that butt end of the onion, go directly to jail. Then I rinse off all the chicken hearts and gizzards and make sure to remove any impurities. The gizzards sometimes come with this yellow film that you need to peel off. Mine were pretty clean though. I also like to scrub around the aorta of the chicken hearts just to make sure that there's no clotted blood around there. And now you're ready to get cooking. So I just heat up a good amount of olive oil in a pot, add the chicken hearts and saute them for just a minute, and they're very quickly going to start releasing their own liquid. Once they do, don't add any water to this, pop on the lid and let it steam in its own juices for about 20 minutes. This is what they look like after 20 minutes. They'll be fully cooked, but you want them to still have some liquid on the bottom so the onions can cook in it. If too much liquid evaporated, that's okay, you can add some water. Now we add the diced onions, salt, pepper, and coriander powder, and we're gonna put this back on the stove uncovered this time and let it cook until the onions completely melt and dissolve into the meat. It's going to create this delicious sauce, kind of like an onion jam, and it significantly reduces the gamey taste of organ meat. Now serve with pita bread, plain yogurt, and whatever fresh vegetables you like, and I also like to serve this with a whole peeled lemon. I just cut it into chunks and have a little piece in every bite. Does a peeled lemon make anyone else uncomfortable? I just feel like it shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, I don't know if this is a pro or a con for this recipe because I don't want you thinking it's cat food, but just so you know, this really cute cat that followed us all the way home also really enjoyed these chicken hearts and gizzards. So there's that.